Yo, what's going on, man? R2G2 in the building, man. Listen, I just wanted to continue on the subject of persistence, the word for 2019, persistence, man. And I just want to talk about, expectation again. If you're going through a rough patch in your life, man, just understand this, man. Nobody's lucky or unlucky, or, you know what I mean? It's not like fate or God, that destined you to, go through the stuff you're going through, man. But, he does say, in this world, you will have tribulation. So it don't matter who you are, man. Life is going to test you. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged thinking that, this is just how it is for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really takes faith, man, to really persist, man. You know what I'm saying? Hoping and wishing without faith has no substance, because faith is the substance of things hoped for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't really believe what it is that you hoping and wishing for, then there's really no substance to stand on to say that I'm really gonna get what it is that I'm hoping for. So it's like, man, you really gotta have faith, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, my faith is in God. I hope that ain't no secret, but my faith is in God. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really have faith in God if you don't know God. And that may be hard for some people because, for some people, they have faith in a person, and then it's after you get to know that person that you realize, I can't really trust this person. But, you know what I'm saying, with God, he's good. He's good all the time. He never changes. He don't change like people. You know what I'm saying? He don't switch up on you like people do, or like some people have, some people will, or a lot of people. But, you know what I'm saying, like, if your religion is Christian or whatever it is, but your relationship is in Christ, then your religion is really worthless. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got to get to the point, man, where we really, really get to know God and have and develop a relationship. And then once you develop a relationship and get to know God's true integrity, then you can start having faith. And with that faith will come the substance of things that you hope for and pray for and ask for. And once you have that substance and that hope, then you can begin to expect, good things to happen. I mean, there's no piece of advice that I can really give to say that, you'll never experience a rough patch in your life, that you'll never be, in between a rock and a hard place. You know what I'm saying? You'll never, experience, maybe if it's something that you're dreading the most, that there may be times where you can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? But like, everybody goes through stuff, man. And I'm not gonna get into what I'm dealing with, because you got to be careful about comparing your situation to somebody else's, because of course you'll use that to say, because if I was to say I'm dealing with this, then somebody else might be, that's nothing, because I'm dealing with this. And it's like, being from the outside looking in, like somebody, they might look at, they looked at me and was like, well, you got your wife and your family and you got all this and your life is just perfect and awesome and great. And I mean, I do have a good life, you know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I thank God for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't me, it ain't good luck. It ain't, just a big coincidence or nothing like that. I give all that to God, that my life is as good as it is. Because if my faith went in God, man, my life would be everywhere. And I'd still be saying the same kind of stuff that I was saying back then, before I really developed a real relationship, when all I had was just a religion, when I was just a Christian, because that's just how I was raised. And, I grew up in church, and that's just what I knew to believe. But then when you develop a real relationship, man, You know what I'm saying? And it, then it's real. You know what I mean? And you can really say, you can really, pinpoint, okay, God did this for me. God did this for me. You start seeing real evidence. Then, you know what I'm saying, when it becomes tangible, you know what I mean? And when you start getting to the point where, you ask God to give you understanding of the Bible and stuff like that, and he starts giving you revelation, like, man, he was giving me a lot, man. He was giving me a lot, and I mean, it was great, and I learned so much, and there's still so much that I need to learn, but anyway, you know what I'm saying, like, once you really develop that relationship, man, and then you start, understanding that he's good, and that, there's a lot of things that may have happened to you that he may have knew, had some foreknowledge about, but it's not because he pre-planned it to happen that way. Because God, you know what I'm saying, he has a plan to prosper us and not to harm us. So if there's things that come along that harm us that weren't part of his plan, but, you know what I'm saying, it is a part of his plan for us to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about, man, you know what I'm saying, developing that relationship is how you get that faith. And having that faith is what gives you that foundation, that substance for the things that you hope for. And then once you get that, man, then that's when you can start really expecting, you know what I'm saying? And then you start to really persist in the things that is deep down that you want to do, that you're supposed to be doing. So it all fits together. So I just hope and pray that everything that I'm saying makes sense. I pray, understanding, revelation, knowledge of everything that I'm saying right now. And, you know what I'm saying, I just, want to keep encouraging anybody that need it. And, I just pray that, anybody that may need encouragement will accept encouragement, because sometimes there's people that can get so deep into a pit that when people try to help them, they don't even want it, or they just feel like, what's the use? This is just how it is for me. This is just how it's going to be for me. And, nothing that you say, no piece of advice that you have to give me really matters, because this is just the way it is for me. And it's like, that's only true if you accept it as being true. Again, expectation. It's like if you keep expecting bad things, and as a result, you keep seeing bad things, then it's like you doing it to yourself. And of course, they're not going to see it that way. They're going to be like, well, they're going to see it as bad things keep happening to me. So as a result, I got to keep expecting it because that's what I keep seeing. But, you know what I'm saying? But if that's where your faith is, then that's going to be the substance of things that you expect. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, bad things happen to everybody. But when you get to the point where you expect it, because your faith is just in the fact that, you have bad luck, or that, these bad things just keep happening, or every time I try to get my hopes up about something, then something, then it never goes the right way, or it seems like it's a jinx to get your hopes up about something, because I used to think the exact same way. Like, man, whenever I try to whenever I call myself trying to pray about something and have faith in something and, get my hopes up about it, like, yeah, God is going to do this. And it seemed like it goes wrong. And it used to seem like that all the time. And it just got to the point where I became fearful of having high expectations for myself. But see, that's what I'm saying though. Like, that's when all I had with God was just a religion. I ain't have a relationship. I didn't know. I just knew stuff. I just knew how to quote verses from the Bible just from hearing it all the time, but it didn't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? I was going to church and coming home and to the same crap, and and it wasn't really making a difference. And so, but the difference comes in is when you have a relationship, man, with God. So, you know what I mean? So, and then once you get that, then you can really start expecting things, because all that goes together. With relationship comes faith. Well, with relationship comes knowledge. With knowledge comes faith. With faith comes the substance for your hopes and dreams. And with those hopes and dreams being on a solid foundation will come expectation. And with that expectation, you'll begin to persist. You'll begin to start doing things as if you already have it. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in church long enough, then you heard, speak things that are not as though they were. And you'll begin to speak those things that are not as though they were, as if you already have it in your grasp, because, faith says you already have it. And in your mind, you already have it because you already expect it. And as a result, if you continue to persist on that expectation, with that faith being the foundation of your expectation, then eventually those things are going to come to fruition. So, you know what I'm saying? So look, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to get on here and holler at y'all real quick, man. But, until next time, man, 2019, persistence, let's go. And it don't have to end in 2020, you know what I'm saying? Let this, if you weren't doing this before, then let this be the beginning of persistence, man. This is a lifetime journey right here, man. So, you know what I mean? But until next time, man, let's do it. Out.